guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. A great big shout out to my channel members for supporting my channel. Thank you. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to do my June haul. Actually, I got this in the very beginning of July, but otherwise all of this I got in June. I'll go ahead in the description box as well as the pinned comment section this out. I think we're going to start with the stickers, and then we'll go to the coloring supplies, and then we'll go through the coloring books. In fact, I'll do a quick flip through of the coloring books as well. For individual flip throughs, you can find this all on YouTube, so I'll just do them all together in this video. All right, so let me clear this up and I'll be right back. So I've been skipping my Stickii Club subscription, and you can do that on a monthly basis, but the ones for June were really cute, so I decided to get them. I'll go through them really quickly. I don't know that there's any flip throughs or show and tells or whatever they call this here on YouTube, but I got them all, so I wanted to show you. So we'll start with the pop pack. It always comes in this sleeve thing, and in the front there are some, I think, papers or post-it notes. I don't generally open it up unless I'm using it. And then in this front pocket, yeah, I think this is a sticker, which is really cool. And then it comes with this little piece right here, which you can actually do front and back, so that if you're storing it just one set in one of these sleeves, then you'll know exactly what set it is. The only thing I wish they would do is put the month and the year. I don't know why I think that'd be interesting, but I think it'd be interesting. So in this here, well, that one you can't really see. So those look like all like crow wings. This one has got a bit of a sheen to it. Oh. These are really tiny, super tiny. This one's clear backing, really cool. I do like witchy things, so I think that's what kind of drew me to this. This I could actually use in coloring books, and I have used some of my Stickii Club stickers in coloring books. This is on a frosted background, so I don't know how it's showing up on camera for you guys, but I'm loving the cats and the knife. That's cool. And then the last sticker is this one right here, and I'm loving the vibe of this. And then also came with a card and an envelope. For the cute pack, again, same setup. Again, a notepad. I haven't taken it out, probably won't till I use it. Another sticker. Really cute with gold foiling. And when I do the Stickii Club subscription, I generally just get the vintage, but again, I really like the different ones for this month, so I decided to get them all. And then this back pocket, it has two postcards. It's actually quite thick. Same artist as that sticker. And this right here, again, it's kind of holographic, so it's probably difficult to see. This one's really cute. This little frog thing. Is that what this is? He's adorable. Clear backing. Again, really cute. That one, I don't see any sheen on here, but I do like the artwork. Again, it gives me kind of like cottagecore meets fairy vibes on here. And there is some foiling on this one. This here and this here is by the same artist, and you can write on these. These are full-on stickers. And then this is just long washi tape pieces. And that's the cute pack. And then this is the vintage pack. So again, this comes with a sticker book, and I've gotten quite a few in some previous Stickii Club subscription packs, and I never use these. I don't take stickers off to stick them in a book like this. Maybe I should. This one I think is my favorite of the 3 stickers. I love the artwork on here. And in this one, comes with a very thick bookmark. Image is the same on front and back. This reminds me of Anne of Green Gables. This one's a little different because this isn't drawn. This looks like photographs, but it's very aesthetic, very pretty, and I can definitely see a use for this. Hot air balloons, very pretty, very retro. This one is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the artwork on this one, Cosmic Spectrum .art. They're Cosmic Spectrum on Instagram, and I love that. I love the colors. I love the art. I think that's just so beautiful. This is, again, looks like on frosted paper. I don't know if you can see that really well. This kind of looks like that first sheet, but this is all hand-drawn. It's rabbits and cats doing animal things. A whole bunch of luggage, again, looks like on frosted paper, but all stickers. And then these are some index tabs. Again, really pretty. And that's my Stickii Club subscription for June. In the last haul video that I did, I guess for May or maybe the beginning part of June, I had shown that I had picked up quite a few different sets of watercolor pencils, and someone had made a comment that this one was really good as well, so I thought I'd get a small set just to try it out. Plus these are a little bit pricey, so I got 12-piece museum aquarelle pencils. I have used these. I will be doing a separate video on not so much a watercolor pencil battle because I don't use it in that way, and when I do that video I'll talk a little bit more about it, but just to see how I feel about the different brands that I have, and I definitely have thoughts about that. So that's the only coloring supply that I picked up this month. I did do a Temu purchase. Actually, I've done 2 now, so I will do a separate video on that and haul the things that I've gotten from Temu, but I did want it to keep it separate from this one. All right, so the first coloring book that I picked up, and actually I wasn't going to, was the newest one from Carla Magana. It's Tropigoth, and I'm just going to do a quick flip through. This one's a little different in that it is 8.5 by 11, and her other books are on a smaller size. Also, these seem to be a lot more detailed, with a lot more going on in the background. Single-sided, of course, and it does have her signature style on it. My friends Deb, Poet, and Pixie had picked this up, and they had chosen some images. I hadn't seen any flip-throughs because honestly, I'm like, I have so many Carla books that I still have yet to get into, so no, I don't need to. And then they chose this one, and I'm like, okay, who is this chunky monkey honey? Because she is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm like, oh yeah, did I buy a book just because of this particular picture? Yes, I did. But it is her signature style. I am definitely loving that it has more elements on the page, and it's bigger, but I guess because there's more on the page, it doesn't seem like there's any wasted space. Even with her other books, I could always add a background. For these, I don't know that I would even square this out and put a frame. I might just color the images and then just put some text on here. But it's beautiful images, and I'm really happy. I haven't been doing a lot of coloring, but when I do that Banana Girl, she's definitely going to be the first. And then I'll need to catch up to see what other images they've done. I think they've actually done this one too. Yeah, they've gotten a lot done already. But that is Tropigoth by Carla Magana. I picked up this Magical Earth Mythographic by Joseph Cantipone. Not gonna lie, he's probably my favorite of the mythographic artists. And again, I'm just going to do a quick flip through. Now it's already starting to tear, so I will need to tape that in. I do prefer my pages in the book, so even if it's perforated, I don't take them out. But I had been on the fence about this, but the more flip throughs I see, I mean, I've got so many mythographic books that I don't really need any new ones. And yet I love the mythographic art style. So am I still trying to not purchase books? Well, how do I say this? I'm not a collector, so I do want my collection to be a working collection. But that does get harder and harder to do the bigger I make my collection. So I do want to color in this. Oh, that's really interesting. It's just, yeah, finding the time to do that. That's always the hardest part. But these mythographic pages are just always so interesting to me. I love how pretty the images are, and yet because they are so fanciful and mythical and surreal, you're never really tied to reality. I mean, honestly, in your stuff, you're never tied to anything, but it does tend to be something that I do. So if I see a fox, it's probably going to be kind of orangey brown. If I see a bee, it's going to be yellow and black. If I see a tree, it's going to be green and brown. But somehow, if I'm going to deviate from that, it's going to be in something like this because, I don't know, it lends itself to be whimsical because of the nature of the images. Now, again, if you search mythographic magical earth, you can find flip throughs that don't have any talking through it, as well as slower flip throughs. You can actually slow down this video if it's going too fast. But again, this has been out for a minute, so it's not anything that's new. But lots of images, and like many of the recent releases, no hidden objects, which I love even more. I never stressed too much about the hidden images, but sometimes they were just obnoxiously placed and so big that it was really hard, even just ignoring it, that it would kind of mar the image. So I'm glad they no longer do that. I know some people enjoyed finding them, but I was never one of those. Even in the Joanna Basford books that have hidden images, or the Kirby books, yeah, I'm there to color. It's not a puzzle book for me. But to each their own. All right, so there's a person here. Oh, it's an hourglass. Sometimes that's, for me, the hardest thing about some of these pages, because I don't exactly know what I'm looking at. And we're nearing the back of it. This fairy one is really pretty. Oh, this key into another world. That's also really interesting as well. I've gone through these books that I'm showing you today. It's been a while and I haven't been coloring much. And so, yeah, I do need to mark these when I receive them. I just like having that information. But that is the Mythographic Magical Earth by Joseph Contabang. And the final one is absolutely due to Poet. She actually recently picked up 2 new Korean books. I didn't pick up the second one. Of the 2, I liked this one better. And I believe this is the fairy tale one. I'll look it up and I'll put it in the description box. In fact, in the description box, I'll link Stickii Club, the website, and then I'll do Amazon affiliate links because that's where I got all this stuff from, for all of these products if they are still available. And when she DM'd me on Instagram, she said this reminded her of Opal, and I absolutely agree, although to me, this is way more manageable than Opal. And it's something she did point out, which I also thought was very interesting, is if you can see it, again, the lighting's not that great here, but this is sort of like a green cast, and then you can see the white here. So it's not full-on white, not full-on cream. It's sort of a riff on, I guess, what the original picture had. And then in the picture itself, the outlining is done in various colors. So the flowers here are in purple, he's in brown, the leaving is in green, and yet it's subtle enough, and I haven't colored anything in here, that if I wanted that to be pink, or if I wanted that to be yellow, I think the contrast between the outline and what's inside would also be interesting. So it's not like I'm tied to the outline of this. I think it's an interesting way to approach a coloring page. And yeah, I think they're really sweet. The paper is a good quality. I'll need to test out pencils. It's essentially single-sided. If I ruin the other side with the image, I'm okay with that. This cat features very heavily in this book. I think the cat is in pretty much every single page. In the Opal books, I think it's a dog and a squirrel. That's her best friends. So I just like the animal aspect in here. And they're really pretty to me. This one, because of the hair, gives me Anne of Green Gables, and then her friend. Oh, I forget what her friend's name was. But I just think it's really pretty images. Now, like the Opal books, this was kind of pricey. I think it was like $25. Oh, and something else that a poet mentioned is all of the vertical and then all of the horizontal pages are together, which I like. Now, for the purposes of this, I'm not going to turn it. I'm just going to keep it like this. In fact, when I color it, I'm probably going to color it like this. Now, something like this, I don't know that I would put a background on. I might just focus on the elements and then just put some text on here, like you guys know I do. Now, if I were taking this picture, like if I finished something for an Olga Rani prompt or a prompt out in the community, then of course I would take it the way that it should be. I'm pretty sure Captain Obvious just showed up, but yeah, I just thought I'd point it out. And it's not fairy tale. I just realized it's the 4 seasons, because this is spring. But I love the images. We're going into summer. Now, considering the cost of this book, there are tons of images in here. That's really pretty. And because the paper is really good, I think it would do well with paint, although probably not a ton of water. It'll still crinkle. It certainly would do well with pencils, I think. And then I'd also have to test my both water and alcohol markers. The thing with water-based markers for me is I really dislike the streaking, and I necessarily don't always go back over it with pencils, just because it just takes up time. Oh, that one's really pretty. I have to say, I do like the little wash of color with the background. That to me is very moody. I think that's just really pretty. And I love the images. Okay. Does this cat... See, to me, that looks like underwear, but maybe that's just a hat to protect his face. I don't know. But whatever it is, he's a bit naughty. And so those are the images here. And you'll know when we get to the next season when all of the horizontal images are done. So we're into autumn. And while I don't generally buy seasonal coloring books, like I don't have a ton of Christmas. I think I have 1 or 2. I certainly don't have a lot of autumn or spring or even summer, even though I live in Hawaii. But I do like something like this, or Opal, or Erie even, where it does comprise different seasons. So if I'm feeling in the mood to color something, then I certainly have the books. I just find this imagery just so pretty. And it looks like when there's other people in it, the animals are just doing animal things. But when it's just her, then they're doing more people-y things. Maybe that's just me. This one here, I need to reach out to Poet. Poet, if you're watching this, let me know. But do you want to do this one together? Because I think this one is just so gorgeous. I love that he looks like one of those hot guys in the K-dramas or the J-dramas who's just nonchalantly leaning up on the tree, and he's just looking out into space, all cool and hot like, and she's just reading, just oblivious. I like this image. When she was doing her flip through, I'm like, okay. Yeah, if we buddy color, that's the one I want to start with first. Now, saying that, I am behind on my buddy colors, so I don't know when I'd get it done, but it would be one that I'd want to get done. Oh, and I do love the old lady in here, and they're drinking their yogurt drink. Yakult, I think it is. Oh, that's awesome. And you guys know if I do seasonal, which again I don't do a lot of, Halloween or witchy things are definitely going to be the kind that I do. I think this is not a takoyaki, but this is like a waffle, and inside generally the ones I've had have like red bean paste in it, and it's delightful, especially if you're lucky enough to get it warm. Now there goes my theory, because it's the young girl and Oma, which is Korean for grandma, but he's in a sweater carrying this, well, okay, I guess reality is kind of suspended when this pastry is floating. This is really cute too. She's disappeared, and I kind of like that, although it's a very easy color, but it also kind of blows my mind a little bit, because I kind of want to draw on the dress, but I also kind of like that it disappeared. I have to see what this says. This probably ties into why she's hiding. Again, very interesting imagery, and I wouldn't feel compelled to do a background. And I like that the white of the book stands out against this. This is sort of like that greeny, creamy cast. So I wouldn't color that except maybe for the elements in it. And I think this would lend itself to washi tape, although that would be a lot of cuts. Like a lot. Very beautiful. These are all kimchi barrels or pickle barrels. The old-fashioned sewing machine here. And I like that there's already wood grain on here. That's really pretty. And now we're into the horizontal pages. This yarn one is really cute. I will need to break the spine, but I don't feel the need to do that for this flip through. Again, on Poet's channel, you can actually get there from my description box. I'll just link her channel below. You can find a flip through of just this book. And then in the back here, there's some coloring pages, and it looks like some journaling pages. And there's quite a few. There's no doubles, which is good. And again, I like the simplicity of the pages. I don't know that I would use these journaling pages, but again, I don't know that I wouldn't. But I like that there's an option in here, and with so many images in here, there's certainly value for the money. And then a paper doll. I might color the paper dolls, although unlikely, but I would never cut them out. I don't like taking my pages out of my book. And then a test page if you wanted it to, although that's very nice paper. It doesn't have a separate jacket. This is actually the back cover. This is the front cover, if you're interested. And that's this book right here. Well, that's the end of my haul. I'd love to know if you guys have any of this in your collection. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, well, that's it for me for now. And as always, aloha.